guys, welcome back to my channel Accounts Freak, where we post artistic and educational videos. So here I'm drawing a building structure, buildings how they appear to me especially, and this is taken from the reference is from Google Images, of course. So first roughly I draw the sketch to just see the dimension, whether I can fit it inside the A4 sheet, the sketch paper, or not. So I'm using basically the Apsara pencils 4B, 6B, and mostly 6, 8, and 10B for shading, and the blending tools. So first with the basic HB pencil I just draw out, and then on top of it as I am confirmed with the sketch, I start sketching it out in dark and keep erasing the guidelines which the structures which I've already drawn out. And then I first give the initial the nose, the face, windows and the doors and all those things, and then we'll be moving on into highlighting the parts one by one. And in this video, the mistake which I did was I was just thinking about the picture being getting it fit into the A4 sheet, and I forgot about the width. So some of the structures which were beside the left and right side of the page, I just ignored it, and I completed the structure without those. For example, the wind mill which I'm drawing here, the wings are supposed to be complete, but I had no space, so I just left it out. And of course the moon also is way far on top, and as you can see the initial sketching, but I just erased it and I made the moon a little more smaller. So I'm no professional, so as according to what I draw, I just keep drawing it, and basically I love drawing. And here to the tree, and after that I had certain structures over there which I just left it. And the structure which has a wide opening, the big mouth, also is kind of a little bit turned structure, but I was not able to turn it properly or draw it properly. So finally I made the moon a little bit smaller, and started with the textures on it, the bumps and the highlights of it, and took the blending tool and just blended all the sides of it to show the shade. And then I started drawing the shading and giving the highlights of it from the top of the figure. And I learned one thing, which is I should have finished from the top. I should have moved towards my left and complete that line, and then again to the left and complete the line. I started highlighting and shading here and there, so I had a lot of the charcoal or the graphite residues, or what you can say, the dirt technically, was on my palm and my fingers. So in order to avoid it, I think, and I messed up a little of the paper also, I just smudged it into the paper. So instead of that, we can start from the left to the right, so that we won't be carrying the graphite into the other structures or sketches also. So here I highlighted the pillars and gave it the roofing and all those things. I actually planned to do this drawing for a long time. I wanted to do buildings, but then I didn't get the opportunity, and I had no confidence. Still, after this picture also, I don't have the confidence to do it. I still have to perfect some of the infrastructures which I tried to draw. And then I kind of fantasize things in my real life also. So when I see at buildings or any non-living thing, I look at them as if they have life, and I had talk to them also when I'm alone. Okay, and there we go, the eyes, and some shading on the building. And the other building which I'm drawing now is my favorite out of this entire sketch, because of the huge doors which are there and the highlight which it gave, and the roofing and all was so nice. And then I did the before one, the one in front of it. It was just easy, so I finished it off. So that was my mistake. I should have finished the one behind it and then could have come to this. But this is where the mistake happened, and I started depositing a lot of graphite into other pictures. So next gave it the roof, and then started coloring the inside the doorways, and then came up to this building. So logically, technically I was just jumping from one building to the other to finish it up, which I shouldn't have done that, but okay. And the other thing was I didn't have a tissue to lay it on my paper and rest my palm on it to draw, so that was also missing. So that is why I ended up with a dirty paper at the end of my sketch. So then we had the tar on this side, and yeah, I think I nailed the shading a little bit. If really you get an opportunity, if you're interested in art and you get an opportunity to learn art, never miss it. Like me, I really wanted to join art classes, but no, but definitely your interest can't be locked away, right? So I just give it a try. So there's a small tar this side also, and then filling up the sizes. These were the infrastructures which I said that I forgot about. Then I left it off over there, and I went off to the bricks, the roofing over here, and then again I came back here and finished off the small roof over here at the side, which I left out. I thought it won't fit, but I tried to fit it and do justice for it. So I finished that and came back to this. If this was a step roof, I just named it. It's no technical name, it's just steps over there, and shaded it. I didn't give much of detailing into it and all, just basic structures which I was able to draw, which I was able to cope up with just strikes and lines. And this is one happy building over there, and beside the building which I'm sketching, oh, I'm sorry for this because I had no way. As I said, I was jumping from structure to structure. I just have to show my hand over there. I was not able to show what I was actually doing. So I was just actually highlighting the pictures, the structures at the site with the roofs and the castle make over there, that side. That's my blending tool. I don't use very fancy items what generally we have at home, so that only I use. Basically drawing pencils, I came across it and they said it's very nice to draw in it and shading in it, so that's when I fell in love with shading a lot, with pencils a lot. I'm not that much into colors, so I like these drawing pencils which are cheap also. And then I came across blending tools. I've been having the same blending tools for the past 3 years, and I'm using the same tool for the past 3 years. Because now the roofing of my favorite building, I love this roofing. It was so small when I drew. I thought it won't be visible and all those things, but yeah, it is good. It looks good. And then the other side of the roof, this is, I had no patience, frankly speaking, so I just want to finish that. So that's a smudge over there, and then the other building with small with the bricks on it, brick pattern on it, and then we have this small chimney, or I don't know what that is, but it looks cute, and the tall roof. This was actually an advancement which I did, which was not there in the original image. I just made the roof too big, so I made it a double roof. So I highlighted it and finished it up and went on to the eyes and the mouth. And this also, the thing was too good. It was 4B pencil and it came out very well. And one at the side, there's one small opening at the side. And after this was I finished up the highlights, and I'm supposed to give stones like pathway here, which I completely ignored because I don't know how to draw stones or textures of stones. So I just ignored it and I just did the shading over there. Finished off this happy building over here. Now moving on to the stairs. So this was quite nice. The stairs leading into the pathway leading into, and the dark pathway. Yeah, this is supposed to be the kind of a hilly region where in the mountains where they walk and go. I just smudged it up and finished it. And then the tree and the right side buildings over here, I highlighted it and gave it a roofing and the textures. And of course I didn't move my camera, I'm so sorry. So this was the final picture which I finished. Don't forget to share, comment and subscribe for my channel. Thank you.